the best time to read poetry for prisoners. In the whitewashed hall were gathered with their colorful scarves murderers, thieves, bandits, in a word, normal women who you would meet anywhere, streets, theaters, markets, and especially in a pleasant family atmosphere surrounded by loved ones. With excitement, I was reciting about independence, freedom, multipartyism, and international relations. They applauded with enthusiasm and then asked me to read love poems that would have no words of independence and in particular freedom. It's autumn, the best time to read love and especially separation poems for prisoners. And thus, my love, I remembered you and read about our short-lived meeting and long-lived separation, about that faraway autumn when the trees lost their leaves earlier than usual, and I, lightly dressed, suddenly found myself in snow and winter, and returned no more. With voice rasped from emotion, I was reading with tears flowing from my eyes like rivers. And suddenly, I noticed that loudly, with their full voices and without shame, were weeping also the murderers, thieves and bandits with colorful scarves, normal women who you know already where to find. It is autumn, the best time to weep, loudly, with full voice, and without shame. Thank you. Would you like one more?
Yeah.
I also performed this one yesterday. The gentleman here heard. I hope it's not too much of a repetition.
Oh, no.
But this one is Violetta, a female contemporary poet. So. My love, what a difficult winter it is. Thoroughly love me, cell by cell. Find me a small and comfortable cave, decorated with beautiful exotic things, clay and wooden crockery, soft rugs, colorful carpets. Bring fresh bloody steak and roast it. We will eat together and speak with our mouths full and not understand the word, and we will laugh. Grease dripping down from our cheeks, and we will be happy, happy. Maybe this is my last winter. Maybe I will not see how the trees will blossom this time. But will they blossom, my love? Will they blossom? Love me, like they love women under foreign, faraway skies. Oh, I wonder how they make love in salty seaside towns, or in icy islands of the north, or in the south, in the world of hot spices and colorful feathered birds. Love me like in Paris or Egypt, luxuriously free with pleasant idleness, or like the veiled Persian women in Tehran now, with fury and laughter, or whisper Japanese words of love in my ear. Maybe this is my last winter. Maybe I will not see the return of the migrant birds. But will they return, my love? Will they return? And if you want, I will have for you a daughter in 1 or 2 months. I can do that indeed. She will come out of me like the sheep from a narrow bay and swim towards you. An open seas of love, a girl with colorful feathers and outlandish fruit, a swarthy Egyptian that will suddenly start to blabber in Japanese, my love, and we will be happy, happy. Love me, feed me, warm me up, so I don't kick the bucket this winter. And if I don't kick the bucket this winter, I will see how the trees will blossom this time, and I will see how are returning. I know, they will return. The colorful birds. I will see that, my love. And when I hear their first twitter, I will leave you, my love, and my girl, and my cave, and go far, far away. And you will not hold me back, my love. I will leave anyways.
It's been a minute, Sad Song Club. It's nice to be back. And on a dark and sad night as well. This year, one of my favourite plants died. And then came back to life. Woo! Yay! So it is a miracle, right? So this is my tribute to her. This is ZZ plant. I don't look at my ZZ plant every day, but when I stop and take her in today, the fresh emerald leaves are gone. Her new stem has matured, transformed into a deep chocolate colour, matching its brothers and sisters who I met over a year ago. This new shoot belongs to Zizi and to me. I helped grow it, watering it, anxiously watching as her premature brother withered 2 months too early to the party. She came a little later, a small sliver of life in the dark of January, and I waited quietly, wondering if she would live or die. Today, she reaches out, palm open to the sun, fearless. The curve of her spine veers slightly too far to the right, but she continues to lean carefree and daring. I worry she will fall. It's hard to hold yourself up when the wind suddenly grows stronger. I look again, reassure myself she is steady, ready to catch my eye and remind me why I'm here. I am proud, filled with the abundance of life, pleased there is something nurturing in my touch. She is beyond survival. We have beaten the odds, and I know there is hope after all. Seeing as we're at Sad Song Club, did you know that dinosaurs can get depressed? Yeah, they can. Especially when they're rejected dinosaurs. This is a poem that I love and I don't read very often. This is my Rejected Dinosaurs, Depressiosaur.
It took me a second to get there with Triceratops.
Triceratops. That's my next one. Thank you, Dan. Someone take note of that for me, please.
Sorry, that's a positive one. Triceratops.
That's Triceratops, yeah.
This is a Triceratops.
It's a different thing.
Or, oh god, why Ceratops?
It's a whole series.
Wait,
Triceratops.
I'm coming to you for the music,
do you
Dan.
have the, what do you call him? Craig Charles and the Smegosaurus.
On that note, Depressiosaur is lying on the grass. Depressiosaur doesn't want to get up today. Depressiosaur is lethargic for the 51st day in a row. Depressiosaur has no motivation. Maybe Velocitoad is right. Maybe a Depressiosaur is depressed again. Depressiosaur rolls onto their back and sighs. Depressiosaur looks up at the sky. Depressiosaur watches until they feel the weight of the big blue on their chest. The earth presses their back and their fragile mask begins to crack. Depressiosaur breathes faster, everything becomes claustrophobic. Depressiosaur has to move, roll over, snap out of this. Depressiosaur doesn't want to stay. They have to escape, to run away, but Depressiosaur only sits still because Depressiosaur feels ill, the kind of ill that chills your bones even when the sun is shining most. Depressiosaur doesn't know what to do. Depressiosaur misses their shoes, the pink ones that match their stripes. Depressiosaur wants to cry. Depressiosaur hates to admit it, but sometimes they want to die. Not die. No, death doesn't feel right. Depressiosaur wants to step off the planet for a second, a minute, a night. There's never enough time to do everything, try as you might. Depressiosaur lets out a bigger sigh as a shadow passes out the corner of their eye. Who is that, wonders Depressiosaur, when they hear a tiny little roar. It's T-Rex, that little ball of understanding and joy. Depressiosaur's spirits are lifted and buoyed up by T-Rex's knowing looks. The ones that say, I know you need hugs and love and more, until Depressiosaur can't ignore, the day is looking a little brighter. And finally, Depressiosaur feels a little lighter. I'm going to round out with one of my favourite poems, and very excitingly, this is going to be part of a little booklet that I'm publishing with Type Wronger in a couple of weeks. So it's from a series of poems that I love very much. I am a poet that loves love, and this is Kitchen Love Part 4. I measure love on the kitchen scale, a practical method for finding out your feelings for a person. Try it with me. Pick a person. Close your eyes. Imagine you are in their kitchen alone. Are you comfortable? Have you been there before? Do you know them well enough to make yourself a cup of tea? Would you open their fridge? Or start digging with both hands in their sugar bowl? Open your eyes. You don't need to ask these questions often, or make a habit of ranking your friends and loves. But the kitchen scale is a way to understand how people love. You see, kitchens invite intimacy. I touch with my hands the things that will go in your mouth. I taste what you taste. I make this for you because I love you, because you want it, because you need it. This intimacy is most important when someone we love is dying. You have to know who to call first, who should be there, who should come. When someone is dying, you can only have people in the house who know their way around the kitchen or who aren't afraid to try. There is something about death that makes it vital and urgent and necessary to live properly and well. Both hands in the sugar bowl. Thank you so much.
Their second appearance to the sad song. Well, second appearance, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, second appearance to that song. Oh, Tristan and James.
door. Practice that.
So much advice.
The song's called Fanny About in C minor. Thanks.
Oh, is that you guys done? Thank you very much.
So, evening folks.
Hello, Colin.
My name's Colin. So I'll sing some sad songs, because this is a sad song club.
Yes.
This song's about bar furniture. Specifically the tall stool at the end of the bar. So if you go to any pub, there's always a tall stool at the end of the bar with some guy on it who insists on speaking to you when you go to the bar.
This sounds like a bitter song.
It's not bitter. No, it's not bitter at all. It's sad. It's about loneliness, really. Well, it was one of those days when the sun wouldn't shine and the wind swept the daylight afar. I'll go to the pub, park my arse on a stool, the tall one at the end of the bar. 'Cause the tall stool allows me to speak to the folk who come to the bar, with a wee bit of crack with the bar stuff and all, and I won't feel alone anymore. Well, it's not a day to stay far from the hoose. It's not a day for guitar. It's not a day for the stuff that needs doing. It's a day for the end of the bar. 'Cause the tall stool allows me to speak to the folk who come to the bar, with a wee bit of crack with the bar stuff and all, and I won't feel alone anymore. Well, the use of the tall stool, it has to be earned, and thrown among seats that are lower, where a nod of your head or a wave of your hand can get you a drink brought over. 'Cause the tall stool allows me to speak to the folk who come to the bar, with a wee bit of crack with the bar stuff and all, and I won't feel alone anymore. Well, it was one of those days when the sun didn't shine and the moon crept right through the rain. I went to the pub, had a laugh and a joke, and fell off my throne once again. 'Cause the tall stool allows me to speak to the folk who come to the bar, with a wee bit of crack with the bar stuff and all, and I won't feel alone.
You.
It's a lovely wee song.
That's sad, really.
It is. But aren't we all?
So we've reached that point in the evening. I'm not sure where the cattle's going to go for a start. I'll take it off and see what happens.
The mystery.
So this song is about taking revenge to an extreme. Yeah. It's also the best song I've ever had. That shuts people up when you're trying to play in the pub. And it does involve audience participation. But it involves complicated audience participation because you've got to time it right. So I'll just try and crack into it and you'll get the idea. There was a little fly and he flew into a store. Shh upon the ceiling and he shh upon the floor. Shh upon the bacon and he shh upon the ham and he shh upon the head of the little grocery man. I might take this up a wee bit actually.
Either that or really fucking project.
Right, so that's the chorus. So you know what you've got to do now, right? Shh. Try it again. This is your second time, and that's all you're allowed. There was a little fly, and he flew into a store. He shh upon the ceiling, and he shh upon the floor. Shh upon the bacon, and he shh upon the ham, and he shh upon the head of the little grocery man. I didn't hear you there. I'll try. The little grocery man got a little spray gun. He swore that he would end the fly before the day was done. Before he could count from 1 to 10, the fly came up and shh upon the grocery man again. Oh, there was a little fly and he flew into a store. Shh upon the ceiling and he shh upon the floor. Shh upon the bacon and he shh upon the ham and he shh upon the head of the little grocery man. You can see why it shuts people up. The grocery man was stricken with grief and with strife. He swore before the day would end the bugger's life. He took out a hand grenade and hid behind the door. He blew them both to blazes as the fly flew in the store. Oh, there was a little fly and he flew into a store. Shh upon the ceiling and he shh upon the floor. Shh upon the bacon and he shh upon the ham and he shh upon the head of the little grocery man. Now they both went up to heaven and angels they were made. The grocery man he said, well, now we'll be repaid. He flapped his little wings and he flew into the sky. He came down like a bomber and he shh upon the fly. Oh, there was a little fly and he flew into a store. Shh upon the ceiling and he shh upon the floor. Shh upon the bacon and he shh upon the ham and he shh upon the head of the little grocery man.
Is that a new one?
I
like it.
That's two new ones, I better do an old one then. This song, I can't ever go to a sketchy beach without singing this song. And it's about drinking. Not that I ever do that. And this one is specifically about going out on a Friday night and forgetting to have your tea. So some of you will have heard this before, some of you won't. But it's a bit of a ballad. So it's called Chips for Tea, or the Scottish Tango, which is what your feet are doing as you try to walk home. Okay. Friday night, I'm heading home, I've had a drink. Something's wrong, cause I went out booze and forgot to have my tea. So as I sloshed in the street, there's only one thing comes into my head. Indian or kebab. For it's very hard to know what to do when your stomach's guiding you but your feet are doing the Scottish tango. So then you hate to join a queue with loads of folk just like you, drunk and unable to speak. Now here's the part that's really funny. You forgot to check if you have any money and you end up back on the street. So will it be your KFC or is McDonald's calling me a Chinese or Indian or kebab? For it's very hard to know what to do when your stomach's guiding you but your feet are doing the Scottish tango. So then you hate to start again cause you checked your breeks, found some change and all the while you're getting nearer home. But then it occurs to you could get some chips that'll do with some sauce, salt and an onion. So it won't be your KFC, a McDonald's for my tea, a Chinese, nor Indian or kebab. For it's very hard to know what to do when your stomach's guiding you but your feet are doing the Scottish tango. One step forward, two steps back, then you have a heart attack. That's how you do the Scottish tango. So now you're here and feeling grand. You got sauce on your face and sauce on your hands and you're just about to fall face first in bed. But then you hear the dreaded shout, "You got some chips and brought me out. Get out and find me something to eat." So will it be a KFC or is McDonald's calling me a Chinese or Indian or kebab? For it's very hard to know what to do when your stomach's guiding you but your feet are doing the Scottish tango. Another one.
Yeah, do it.
I have to go for the saddest song in the world then.
Do it. Go hard indeed.
Go hard. Right, so this is the Sad Club.
Go sad or go home.
Yeah, Sad Song Club, and I haven't sang that many sad songs actually. Well, you could call the last one sad if you're hungry. So this one's about being out of tune. Sorry for that. What did we do before these? Oh yeah, we just played out of tune.
Yeah, that's right.
I hate my cat. Right, so this song is about spinster aunties. Now there's a certain section of this room that might have had spinster aunties, or great aunties, because there was lots and lots of guys killed in the war, and so there was a lot more spinsters about. There was just not enough blokes to go around, which would be, I suppose, great if you were bloke. So it's called The Queen of the Dance Floor. She was the queen of the dance floor. She danced every night. She was looking for love, someone to hold her tight. But she never did find love. All the men were at war. So she went dancing alone in her head. She was the queen of the dance floor, but she worked on the farm. She worked in the fields where her brothers should have been, but they'd left their land to fight for another's. So she went dancing in the fields all alone. She was the queen of the dance floor, but she'll no dance no more. And the years of toil have taken their toll. Her back, it is weak, and her balance has gone. But she likes dancing alone in her head. For when she goes dancing, she forgets everything. All the years of toil, they don't mean a thing. The pain leaves her legs, and she's young again when she dances alone in her head. So if you know someone who just sits and stares, and you're thinking to yourself, they're not really there, don't judge a book by the cover, they say. They might be dancing alone in their head. She was the queen of the dance floor, and don't think it's sad that she spends her day dancing alone in her head. For she made what she could of the cards she'd been dealt, and she likes dancing alone in her head.
We're going to do some anti-war songs because there's another war on, and I have no sense of decency. So we're going to do some war songs. I'm going to start with one of mine. We'll do my one first because that's just where I'm at right now. So this song is called Cash in Hand, and it's based on a very old quote. That war is a racket. It is the only racket where profits are measured in dollars and losses are measured in lives. It's by a gentleman called Arthur Smedley. He said that almost 100 years ago, and what's changed? Well, we've got bigger guns. Got louder guns. Anyway, this song's called Cash in Hand. Just the reverb there. Tanks and bombs and guns and money. It's a three-ring circus where the clowns aren't funny, and the bear won't dance for the whip and chain, so we reach for the hammer and the sickle again. Tanks and bombs and guns and oil, come for the scenery and stay for the spoils. You can borrow what you need and take what you can, because war means money and it's cash in hand. Who gets rich when the poor man dies? Who wins big when they back both sides? When the sirens call and the suits come running, selling tanks and bombs and guns and women. Did you know that despite making up a distinct minority of combatants, women are disproportionately victimized by wars the world over, and every standing army, including our own, has used sexual assault as a weapon against civilian populations? Look it up in a book, seriously. Tanks and bombs and guns and property doing never bottoms out, though we live in poverty. Fill your bags with bread and we'll fight over water while we dance with the rubble and the bricks and the mortar. Tanks and bombs and guns and greed, stealing funds from the things that society needs. You can buy a bigger bomb and you can build a bigger bunker, sink a buddy's boat and then pretend you never sunk her. Who gets rich when the poor man dies? Who wins big when they back both sides? Hear the sirens call and the suits come running, selling tanks and bombs and guns and women. Did you know that if you were to zoom out and take a look at all the wars of the 20th century and add up all of the victims, you would find that a distinct and giant majority of them were actually civilians? Oh, support our troops though, yeah. Yeah, 70% of all victims of war are fucking civilians. But anyway, tanks and bombs and guns and cameras. The theatre of war never looked so glamorous. A camouflage parade that you can see from space, like the scar on the conscience of the whole fucking race. Tanks and bombs and guns and promises of peace everlasting if you run through the columns of the enemy ranks and the ranged artillery, a rifle on your shoulder and a little amphetamine. Who gets rich when the poor man dies? Who wins big when they back both sides? Hear the sirens call and the suits come running, selling tanks and bombs and guns and women. Gold and gas and eggs of China, cryptocurrencies and bullet shells, prophets soar in reach of heaven, first unleash a little hell. It's not a happy song, it's not really a sad song. I don't know where it fits on the spectrum of emotions, but we're nearly done, so strap in. There's only one verse and a chorus left. Tanks and bombs and guns and wealth, doing nothing for the world but take a little for yourself. Grab a dollar, have a dime, pull a trigger on your way, kill more than you lose or you don't get paid. Tanks and bombs and guns and money, war makes wealth like a bee makes honey, but the hive's on fire and the drones are screaming, racking up debt like it's lost all meaning. Who gets rich when the poor man dies? Who wins big when they back both sides? Us, by the way, it's our second biggest export after tax fraud munitions. Just thought I'd throw that one in there, that's not normally part of the song. Our third biggest export in the UK is pharmaceuticals, so tax fraud, guns and drugs. That's us. Where was I?
He's pouring them guns for the entire world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. We're great, number one. Who gets rich when the poor man dies? Who wins big when they back both sides? Hear the sirens call and the suits come running, selling tanks and bombs and guns and tanks and bombs and guns and tanks and bombs and guns and tanks and bombs and guns. And it's never going to stop, so I don't know why we bother protesting. Cheery little number, isn't it? All over the place. Forgive me for that one. Do a much more famous anti-war song. This was originally written by Bob Dylan, made famous by Jimi Hendrix. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, plow and dig my earth. No reason to get